Narcissistic abuse and objectification. Objectification of the person, turning you into nothing more than an object that they can use and abuse and get joy from, be that in a sadistic manner or getting that in a narcissistic supply manner. We have been objectified, that we were merely object to use, to vicariously live through. We don't matter. We don't have any connection to them or any attachment to them at all. We are literally there as a vehicle, garner supply from, to garner sex from, to garner safety and services from. I try and get people to understand just how much we've been objectified, and it's very difficult. People don't like to think of themselves as nothing more than a mere object, because we're human, we're flesh and blood. We have feelings and emotions, and the ability to attach and connect to people and show love and have sadness. So all this here creates an environment within us. So all these harborings are getting put into us, all this projection of their shitty behavioral traits they cannot handle or accept themselves. Because it brings them distress that they feel this way, they project it out onto you. We harbor and hold that. So that badness becomes us. And it's not ours. It doesn't belong to us, you know. And then when you think about the love bombing and the idealization stage, two things are happening here. You know, the love bombing itself creates a very strong emotional attachment within us. It creates this cycle of narcissistic supply and grandiosity within us as we start seeing ourselves in a way that it sort of improves our internal self concept. Then the idealization, the next stage, and you have to remember these are done in stages. The sort of making of you into the ideal object, the perfect parent. You have to remember why this is. This is about ideal object fantasy. This is about an infant's needs to become whole, to have a good enough internal object inside of them. You have become their good enough internal object in an effort to separate and individuate away from their original mother wound, their actual external mother, in the hope that they can escape these persecutory voices inside of them and the fictional sense of mother that is constantly wanting supply and needing safety and needing services. The false self constantly needing supply and services and safety and sex. That takes another person. This takes another object. The love bombing and the idealization stage is abusive, if not more so abusive than the devaluation stages, because it lulls you into a false sense of security about where you are internally and externally with this person. Our objectification was from the very single second that we met them to the very single second we were discarded. It was a vehicle by which they were going to try and, on repetitious compulsion, keep on trying with every other single person they meet. Narcissistic personality disorder is pervasive through a person's life. So a pathological person will play these same games with everybody else, but they play them slightly differently depending on where they are in the pathological narcissistic space. Peace out. Free yourself. Loads of love.